Yeah.
So if I was an employee, I would just be standing and, I'd just be chilling, while the machine.
No, you wouldn't be chilling. They are not chilling at all. You wouldn't be chilling. But what it is this is the first in Ghana. People have popcorn stores, but there's nothing like this. There isn't a Ghanaian-made packaged popcorn with what I do.
Wow.
This is the first, and everybody knows it's the first. The rest of them are still doing basic flavors, like what you and I know when we were growing up. But no one has done like a proper snack stores. There is none in Ghana. So I had a dream. A man said to me, you just have to do stuff regarding corn, and you have to call it Preman Popcorn. It was extremely successful, and I was like, okay, why not actually put the structures in place and do this full time? When I put my mind onto something, I do it till I fail or I pass. I had faith in the dream that I had. I did my master's in business admin. 70% of the people around me at that time when I had the dream said no. I went to California. They have over 130 different flavors. I went to a company called Popcornopolis. I actually did learn one or two because of that visit. They have plants. They have big warehouses, big factories producing thousands and millions of popcorn. So I wanted to also go and learn how I could start off on a small scale. So when it comes to flavor, I can tell you that whatever people are having outside would be similar or even more when they come here.
I have someone very special, Madame Rhoda, right beside me, and she's the CEO of Preman Popcorn. Can you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, thank you so much for having me.
Okay.
My name is Rhoda, and I'm the CEO of Preman Foods, which is inclusive Preman Popcorn. I'm very excited to be here.
We're in a very struggling times right now with the economy real bad and all of that. Entrepreneurs are not having the courage to come into a terrain like this. And how do you muster that courage to, start a business with all of this economic crisis and all of that?
Yeah, Ghana is at the moment going through tough times, but I know that this vision started about a year ago. So I had a dream. In the dream, I was walking through the streets of La Paz, and a man said to me that, oh, you just have to do stuff regarding corn. So at that time, I thought that when it comes to corn, it's like kenke or banku,
right.
etc. I didn't think of popcorn. So as we walked through the streets, he was very clear. He's like, popcorn, and you have to call it Preman Popcorn. And I'm like, Preman Popcorn. And I had no idea any information whatsoever about popcorn. So I have been sitting on the dream, and interestingly, I did not do anything about it. Okay. So it took me up to November to actually put things together and start. So I started off in schools. Okay. So I started off with one school. I don't want to put the name out, but it's in Awoshi. That was when it was like a learning curve for me to know where to get the product, where to get the corn, where to buy oil, what sort of workers I'll be expecting, the do's and don'ts when it comes to food processing. So with that, it was very successful with the school. It was extremely successful, and I was like, okay, why not actually put things in place and structures in place and do this full time?
Whoa, that's amazing. Would you say that when people started buying the popcorn, especially with the success from the school in Awoshi, would you say that was like an endorsement, a feeling like, okay, you know what, I'm onto something?
I would say partly 50%, because honestly speaking, I'm that type that when I put my mind onto something, I do it till I fail or I pass. And I had faith in the dream that I had. So I didn't really care if the Awoshi one was going to work or not.
Right.
I started doing research on popcorn. I started actually watching YouTube videos on popcorn. I started reading about successful popcorn companies in America, in the UK, in Europe, and actually started learning about the popcorn business as a whole.
Wow.
So I didn't really care about the school. It was just a starting point for me. But at that time, I knew what exactly I wanted to do, regardless if the school would work or not.
Okay. You were the project coordinator for water resorts or something?
Yeah.
Would you say you experienced, in that company, did you take anything that you're using currently in this business right now, in your own business?
Of course, yes. Yeah. I would say yes. Because look, I started my career in nursing, and then I did my postgraduate diploma in project management and my master's in business admin, and then working in corporate firm and as a project coordinator and then project manager. That actually helped me a lot. It gives you organizational skills. It actually makes you see everything that you do as a project.
Right.
So you would have different phases. Even with this business, it's like the phase 1. So it makes you put together a very good business plan. It makes you have open-mindedness. So I would say that it did really, really help shape the way I process things when it comes to even with the manufacturing side of the business. I would say yes. That did really help in terms of time management, organizational skills, customer service to my customers, and stuff, and then training and development from my staff as well. These are all qualities that I did pick up when I was working in the corporate field as well.
Right. Amazing insight right there. While you running the business, or before you started running the business, did you have naysayers tell you, okay, you know what, Rhoda, I like what you're doing, but Ghana is not the right place to, set up a business like this. Did you get, those kind of pushbacks and deterrents and all of that?
Yes. A lot of them. I would say about 70% of the people around me at that time when I had the dream and wanted to start said no. Because and honestly, it's okay for them to say no because they knew my passion, they knew my capability and capacity to a certain point, because as a project coordinator working in a corporate field and then wanting to start a popcorn business, they'll be like, oh, excuse me, like why?
Yeah, exactly.
Why do you want to do that to yourself? They weren't like naysayers per se, but they were concerned. That's what I would say. Because they were like, are you sure what you want to do? You are investing all this money into something you are not sure about. Ghanaians don't actually like already made popcorn. They like the fresh one. Are you sure it's viable? Are you sure that people will patronize it? So it was concerns that they were raising to make sure that I don't fail. But at the end of the day, I knew what I wanted. I had research. I had my numbers. I knew there was a huge gap when it comes to popcorn in Ghana. And there is a lot of room for growth and improvement. But no one has started. So I just wanted to start and see how I go. So I did not really focus on the people that were concerned. I appreciate their concerns, but I said to them that let me try and see.
Right. Amazing. Usually with the food processing space, one of the things people consider is the taste of the product they're trying to bring to market. What would you say the taste for the popcorn is? I know you might be a little bit biased because it's your company and all, but like, could you describe how the taste of this popcorn feels like? How would you put it in your own words?
Yeah. First of all, it's nice, but I'll just give you a brief information regarding the taste and why it is what it is.
Okay.
So this year in February, I went to California, and everybody knows American popcorn.
Right.
And when it comes to popcorn, they don't do boring popcorn. They have over 130 different flavors.
Yeah.
So when I went to California, I went to a company called Popcornopolis. And at that time, COVID was still COVID, so they weren't giving people opportunity to visit their site. But I raised my hands, I emailed them, I approached a couple of them. There is a company also called the Popcorn Factory in California. Okay. I approached them and they gave me a lot of information. They made me try different flavors. I actually did learn one or two because of that visit. And that actually gave me an opportunity to be like, okay, this is the sort of flavors I'm looking for. Because when you go to US, you'd realize that all these packed popcorns are in the stores, on the shelves. So you could buy them, go home and try them. And that was the flavors I was looking for. I wanted to match what is out there. I want Ghanaians in the diaspora and Ghanaians living here to have that opportunity we have out there as well when it comes to flavor. So I already knew coming what sort of taste that I wanted, even more, And I also wanted to know how I could start this business on a smaller scale. I'm talking about they have plants. They have big warehouses, big factories producing thousands and millions of popcorn. This is nothing. So when it comes to flavor, I can tell you that whatever people are having outside would be similar or even more when they come here.
When you eat your popcorn, does it take you to a particular place? I don't know, childhood memories? What does it spark in you?
Yeah. So growing up, I didn't have a lot of popcorn. I did not have a lot. I will be very honest. So when it comes to, back to your question, when it comes to the taste, honestly speaking, consistency. So right now I could come and then we could do the popcorn. The first bite, I will let them throw it away if it's not what I'm looking for. And I do that all the time. It needs to be a certain sort of flavor when it comes to the chocolate. When it comes to the caramel, I'm expecting and feeling. There is this thing I can't describe, but it needs to sit right with me.
Right.
Do you get what I mean?
Right.
So that is what I want. It's like any other kitchen or any other food processing business. We do with matrix, like we measure. We have like measuring skills, measuring ingredients that we use to get the flavor. So if you come to our stores and you buy chocolate popcorn today, I can bet you that it's the same chocolate popcorn that you are coming for the next day.
Right.
Because everything is tailored to be precise when it comes to the flavor.
Have you found the right people? How did you find them? Like, how is hiring like?
Honestly speaking, hiring is one of the most difficult challenges. You may find the right person, very hardworking, very on time, but with bad attitude. You may find the right person with good attitude, always on time, but they are not loyal. You know, so it cuts across in so many ways. But I honestly always say that you pick them up, you mold them the way that you want them to be. And if you feel it's not working, just let them go. Don't hold on to a staff. Like after a month, I always give my workers probation period, like 2 months. And if I feel you are not helping with the vision that the company has, unfortunately, I let you go. And we see how we go, but it is very, very, very challenging. I won't lie to you.
I can only imagine. What would you say is that one thing that has kept you going on and grounded with all this entrepreneurial journey? Because we know it's tough, it's difficult.
Honestly, it's not like I'm bragging or anything. From infancy, I've always been a leader, and I've always been somebody that has been the first to do a lot of things.
Right.
This is the first in Ghana.
Right.
There is lots of popcorn shops in East Legon. People have popcorn stores, but there's nothing like this.
Okay.
And even with the packaged ones that we have, there isn't a Ghanaian-made packaged popcorn with what I do.
Wow.
This is the first, and everybody knows it's the first.
Okay. What's that differentiating factor from the rest of the other?
The rest of them are still doing basic flavors, like what you and I know when we were growing up.
Yeah.
Though it's in a nice setting, it's in good areas like East Legon or Osu, but no one has done like a proper snack stores with about 5 or 6, like 6 constant flavors every single day. Nothing of that, so that you could walk in and actually pinpoint, mix it. Like, let's say I want chocolate, caramel, rainbow, sugar, salt, whatever.
You could do that?
We mix it. There is none in Ghana. And I'm raising my hands. If there is, please challenge me. But I know I've done my research. There isn't. And even with the packaged ones that we have, there isn't any Ghanaian-owned popcorn company that does chocolate or caramel popcorn in a large scale and sell it.
Wow.
They may sell the normal one, the normal sugar or the normal salt. But no one does it because it is not an easy, as you said, an easy task to start a business. So I just wanted to be a trendsetter. I know that the idea people will copy, but because I'm the originator, they can never be. So there has been a lot of money invested in this. And that is why I'm telling you that, you know I'm the only one. And I am so happy that, you know, when it comes to the face of popcorn in Ghana, people will look back 5 years from now. When it comes to popcorn, my brand would be a household name. It's not now. This is just the starting to build a brand and to get my product to every home when it comes to popcorn. Because they still import foreign popcorn in Ghana. And still I'm competing with people importing all these foreign popcorn. This is Ghanaian owned. I would say as a company, I'm also trying my best to match my competitors in the market, especially the foreign popcorns that are in Ghana. All I need is, let's say, support from Ghanaians to actually respect the brand and to know that this Ghanaian owned brand. And I want to reach out to every Ghanaian homes with children, with loved ones, to just reach out to us and support us, support our popcorn, have it, give us feedback. I'm open for different ideas, but the feedback has been so good. I would say 90% good.
I know some people are making it work, but lots of times the families of entrepreneurs are always saying, oh, no, he or she, no, they don't come around, they don't have time. You call, they don't pick up. How is that like for you, and how do you balance that?
Honestly speaking, I am trying to balance. You see, there is a good and the bad. There must be a balance. You see, running a business in especially a third world country as Ghana, whereby people are not that open-minded, you can't just leave your business and spend time with family and friends. That time will come, but like starting a new business and building a new brand, it involves you, the visioneer, to be around most of the time. I know it sounds a bit annoying. You would have to sacrifice. It comes with sacrifices, you know. You just have to have a target time, be focused, give yourself maybe 3 months to build the brand and put structures in place whereby maybe if you've traveled outside the country for a week or two,
Right.
you know that there's visibility and there's structure in operating whilst you are away. This is new for me. Right now, I don't really have a lot of family time, which is okay. For me. I prefer to be here because this sort of business, in a community like this, engaging with customers is one of my best sellers. You see, people walk in, hello, hi, how are you? You just communicate with them. They see your face. Trust me, if the popcorn is not even nice, they like it already.
Right.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
That is what a lot of people are lacking. That's why when you travel outside Ghana, you go to coffee stores and people have been going to the same coffee shop for 13 years, 14 years, because they'll go and meet the owner there. Wow. They would have coffee with them. They would interact with them. So that's the approach personally I've taken to help build the brand, to get to know my returning customers, to engage them, to get them coming, because trust me, word of mouth still sells in Ghana.
Right.
Word of mouth is now turning to social media. So if somebody comes and they like it, you engage them, they are happy with the services that you've given them. They could just repost you on social media. That's the word of mouth.
Right.
They will just repost you on social media. Check it out. I have the best popcorn. They have the best customer service. They could give you a rating. You have no idea. Recommending to a friend, oh, there's this popcorn place, let's go. So for me right now, especially for Sunday, I could have been at home relaxing with friends or family, or maybe, you know, by the beach or the poolside or watching Netflix. But I chose to be here and put smiles on my customer's face by saying hello, hi, and making sure that my workers, everything is, production is going on, everything is working well, and stuff like that. That time will come when I feel I've put enough structures and there is a bit of engagement in terms of what my customers want. I'm now studying what they want.
Okay.
Because I've now opened it to the public.
Okay.
So I need to be very visible in what I do.
Okay. You're Ghanaian, but you've been in Australia for a while, and now you're back to set up your business in Ghana. And I just want to ask this for the people who are outside of Ghana and having the same intentions of coming back to set up their business. How would you say the registration structures, you know, of setting up a business is like in Ghana? Is it difficult? Are there bottlenecks and nuances that they should be aware of? Is it something you would encourage them to do? Can you just speak on that for a bit?
Okay, I would say first of all, if you have a vision, go for it. But I tell you what, Ghana is not like abroad when it comes to processes. Things are not black and white. Registration of businesses in Ghana, it's not that difficult. But you see, running a food, so when you say business, I'll differentiate because there is so many differences that is not regulated. So you find you'll be okay. But with the food business where you have to get FDA, Ghana Standard Authority, right now you are getting, you know, your city council, Ayawaso North, they have to come and see the place and give you a certificate. They call it, I think, statistical. I don't know, they have a name they call it. That is not cheap.
Yeah.
These FDA processes takes up to like 3 months.
Whoa.
You have to get your workers' healthcare cards because they are doing food processing as well, or else they'll close down your. So, you know, when it comes to setting up a business, one, I would advise you to be sure when it's not food processing, when it's not medical, when it's not school, if it's not a regulated sort of business, hallelujah, you are okay. Let's say if you just want to open a supermarket and get stuff and sell, fine. All you do is your taxes, right?
Yeah.
And pay your workers and your electricity. That is fine. So you register your business. But if you are going to go into cosmetics, there's food, it's all regulated. So you have a governing body governing you. So it makes it very difficult. I will not lie to you. The thing that I'm doing with the city council, they would come and inspect. They've already started the process. That is 1,500 to just get a certificate for 1 year.
Wow.
And you have to renew it every year. FDA is for 3 years. It is not cheap.
Yeah.
Ghana Standard Authority as well. It is not cheap. And these are all processes that you need to look into before you venture into maybe food processing business to do with food or consumables, anything consumables on the skin, anything to do with health. The FDA, Food and Drugs Authority. So they govern it. And Ghana Standard Authority has to give approval for the FDA to give you the certification. Put time in place. Have extra 3 months or 4 months to get all your certification, including your taxes, including your business. So you get your business registration the first.
Right.
Once you get the business registration, you go to FDA, they'll give you the forms. The forms are a lot, but they've got lovely staff. They will explain that to you. You would have to pay, I think altogether, the FDA will cost you, I don't know the capacity. For me, it cost me over 1,000 cedis. You have to go to Ghana Standard Authority. That will cost you over 500 or 600 cedis plus. Okay. And to get these results, it takes time.
Right.
Because they have to test the product that you want to sell in the market or to people. And then they have to make sure that it hasn't got any bacteria. You know, it's a process.
Wow.
So I would advise, if you are choosing an industry that is regulated, please do your research. Find somebody who knows or have information regarding that. I'm reachable. You can ask me now. I've made contact with people there, so I can pass their numbers to you.
Okay.
So, or they can reach you and you can reach me, and I'm happy to help.
Right.
I have no issues whatsoever. But it is not easy. It will take your time and money. So prepare.
All that information has been so informational. It has been so educative, and I can't thank you enough on behalf of the people who are watching and thinking about starting some type of business in Ghana. What would you say is the future for Preman Popcorn? So I'm talking about, say, in the next 2 to 3 years.
In the next 2 years or 3 years, I want it to be in every supermarket. I want to have franchising, not necessarily from others, myself, like different branches across Ghana and also West Africa per se, maybe targeting some of the French-speaking countries around Togo, Ivory Coast, Burkina Faso. In the next 3 years, this wouldn't be the only branch.
Yeah.
We would have a proper factory somewhere, maybe outside Accra, with proper automotive systems in place, with manufacturing across Ghana and also in West Africa, doing big distribution, people having visibility of the product everywhere that they go. So that is the goal, and that's the vision that I have for the company.
Rhoda, you scare me, I say scare me because, she said in the future we're going to have, a proper factory. And now this is why it scares me. Currently, I'm about to show you what they currently have in Ghana, which I've not seen. And then she's talking about how we're going to have a proper factory.
It sounds funny, but I know that in the next year or two, you come back here to interview us as a team and you realize that there has been a big growth.
I know that as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
These are all the popcorn flavors. There's cotton candy machine. So we package it and we do some live. So for example, if somebody wants cotton candy sent to them, we can do that, put it in a jar and send it to you. It won't melt. Or if you want to have it on a stick and eat it right here and there, we can do that for you as well. And there's a mini candy bar that we have. We are developing it and growing it. We do that. We scoop it for kids when they come. Normally they like all these candy. So we introduce it. We've got Oreo, all these Snickers, chocolates, Haribos, Mars, to just help the kids to interact with us as well.
Right.
And then so I will push you here to where everything happens. So this is the factory right here. Yeah. So it's staff only, but exclusive for you guys only.
Did you get that? It's staff only, but exclusive for us only. Yep. You heard it here first.
So come in.
Okay.
So meet our workers, very hygienic. They are all prepared. So come through and I'll run you through what we do as well.
Nice.
So this is our commercial popcorn machine.
Okay.
So these are our workers working. Today is Sunday shift, so obviously it's 3 of them. Okay. So this is our automated popcorn machine here. As you can see, so close it and then, so it's all automated. It's commercial, so we can do, I know it's noisy here, so we can do about, let's say, give or take about 7 kilos of popcorn at a time. Because of the capacity and the volumes that we do produce, we needed to invest in this machine. So as you can see, the popcorn is working now. He's just about to end it. And then pour it to our cooling machine. Is it on? It just works on its own. Seamless. So that is salt popcorn. We just did a little bit.
Yeah.
It's seamless. It's just gonna.
It is. It's really cool.
Yeah.
It feels like going to Disneyland or something. Yeah. Whoa. I see.
Okay, so that process cools the popcorn, and as you can tell, it brings all the debris and the stuff out. So it cools it and it arranges it for us and bring all the debris out. And then we keep going till we get the amount and the quantities we are looking for. He's wearing gloves, so he can obviously give you a little bit to taste.
Right.
We normally have a little cups at the front that we give to people to taste.
Oh, I can see the boxes.
Exactly. Some of these sample boxes that we take to our customers when they purchase the product.
And what about these machines?
These
right
machines are the normal popcorn machines that we take for events.
Okay.
So if you call us for kids parties, events, etc., these are the machines. Sorry, it needed to be arranged properly.
Okay.
But these are the machines that we normally take out to our events and stuff like that.
Oh, right. Okay. So does that mean that when you take this out to the event centers, you get to make it in real time?
In real time for them to have it.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
I get it. Yes. Linus, could you see all that process going on? You know, you said it's a sieving process, right?
Yes.
Where you get to segregate the hot from the cold.
Exactly.
Okay.
Then you can tell it bringing the debris all down.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
And it cools it. Yeah. It cools it down and we pack it. So we can do as many as we want within an hour, a lot.
Okay, so how about this right here, this section? This
section, so for example, once we package it and we bag it, we normally leave it here. These are the leftovers for the packaging we did yesterday in the boxes. So what we do is, once we pack, we move all of it here, pack them in the bags, and then bring them back to the packaging station. So here is like a resting point for us to move around.
Oh,
because we can't do a lot here. We do it all here and then move things around and then bring them back to the packaging station.
Okay. How long does it take to train them on how to man the machines?
It's a self-explanatory, but obviously we did a lot of try and error, I must be very honest, to get the flavors right.
Okay.
To get the consistency flowing. Now, I believe they are very confident to know what I want, because if it's not right, I'll let you throw it away.
Whoa.
I won't use it. Because I know what a chocolate popcorn is supposed to taste like. So if it's not like that, we will do it till we get it right.
But I have to ask this though, because in Ghana, the typical business would be like, no, we can't throw that. You know, this is gonna affect our bottom line. So we might as well just push it over to the consumer, like and all of that. So why would you have that approach towards
consistency and flavor means a lot to me. I just don't want people to come and eat our product today and they'll come back the next day and it tastes different. Today is Sunday. It's not a typical day for us to do production, but I would invite you again when we are actually do production, so that you would see when they are doing the packaging stuff here, so you see what goes on and the process involved in doing the packaging as well. So that's the packaging machine. So we pour the product, so packaging and sealing. So that is the nitrogen. So the nitrogen actually keep the product fresh. You see, remember when you buy these potato chips, it's like a bit bloated up when you open it. That is that's the air.
Right.
Exactly. But this particular product is supposed to keep, without the nitrogen, this will keep the product for 4 to 6 weeks anyway.
These are the kind of times I wish I took physics seriously in school,
This material you see here is purposely for food storage. So it can keep the product for, I'm not supposed to touch it without gloves. Unfortunately, I'll cut that part off. I'm not supposed to touch it like that because it's not hygienic. So that it's supposed to keep the product anyway 4 to 6 weeks, but once you add this one, it makes it last longer because you don't know how long it would take to be on the shelves. So that can keep it for 6 to 9 months, depending the product.
And you just pour the popcorn in
and then it comes through, it seals it, goes through. So we have a system, we set it up to the volume that we are looking for. Let's say if it's 30 grams or 40 grams, you automate it and then it comes seamlessly 40 grams and then it cuts it off. That is how the process is supposed to be.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if I was an employee, I would just be standing and, I'd just be chilling, while the machine.
No, you won't be chilling. They are not chilling at all. You won't be chilling. But what it is obviously someone would have to stand here, someone would have to stand here, someone is bringing here, someone has to be here.
Right.
Because once it cuts, there needs to be a box that you pick it and put it in.
Right.
So still, it's cutting down time, but they are still working. They are still actively doing something.
Okay. My bad, guys. I just thought, they'd just be, chillaxing up in here.
No, not at
let
all.
the machines do the work.
Not at all. Not at all.
Right.
Not at all.
Right, man. This is impressive. How do you feel when you wake up in the morning knowing that all this was a dream, but now it exists? Like, how does it feel?
I just don't want to go on top of myself or maybe overthink, but I get really fulfilled. That's the word, because a lot of people have jobs, they are happy, but they are not fulfilled. I'm very, very fulfilled because the vision that I have, I could see that unfolding right in front of me. And this is nothing. What I want to do, this is like phase one of what I want, even half a phase actually. So knowing that it is possible, this was like a trial pilot for me. I'm very thankful to everyone that has supported, everyone that was concerned, everyone that is still supporting us and still buying. People are calling me all the time. They want a box. Oh, how much is it? Please come on Bolt. Please come on Global. We would like to order. So we've listened to all these complaints. We are working on it. We do have a foundation that we've set up called the Popcorn Foundation Ghana. Please follow us, support us. We went there, we go there once every month and give them popcorn to the kids. There is 2 places that God has laid on the Popcorn Foundation's heart to support. So we have one orphanage at Kwabinya. All these kids are HIV positive and they are orphans. And I posted their photo on Snapchat and the page. I visit them every month and take popcorn to them and some few things that the company can afford. And there is another one at North Kaneshi. They are full of kids with disabilities. Some of them are like autism, schizophrenic. They come with people with severe mental health. Some of them are not walking, they are in wheelchairs, etc. So please follow the Popcorn Foundation Ghana. There is no such thing in Ghana. There is no Popcorn Foundation in Ghana apart from that. And come and support us. It could be clothes. It doesn't have to be money. It could be shoe. Anything you can think of. Even if it's 1 milk, we will take. They are not discriminative of whatever we bring.
But you just a business starting out yourself. So your business is in its infancy. And you're already thinking about helping. Like this. Oh man, no, Rhoda. God bless you, man.
Amen.
God bless you.
Amen.
Like this is it's strange to think of someone who's just beginning and already thinking about helping when their feet are not, fully on the ground. And that just only tells me, I can only picture when the dream finally comes true and you guys are all over the place. What more would you do as far as Popcorn Foundation is concerned? I'm thanking you, and on behalf of all the people watching and just feeling like this is a beautiful thing, we gratefully thank you. And God just continue to bless you and take you to bigger heights. Like, Rhoda, it's been a pleasure talking to you. And the sky's the limit for you.
Much. And I get people to follow us on our social media. So on Instagram is Preman Food. So Preman Popcorn or Foods. You'd find us, and the Popcorn Foundation Ghana and Preman Foods or Preman Popcorn. You can put our name on Bolt, Uber, Google Maps, and put Preman Foods, and it will bring you right here. We do delivery services. We are getting onto Bolt and Global. I'm sure in 2 or 3 weeks' time, you'll be able to get just before the Christmas season starts with all the diaspora coming. We are also going to be at the West Hills Mall from December 1st through to April next year or May. So do pass by and come and support us as well. Thank you very much.
Thank y'all for just watching today, because I know it's not easy with your busy schedules, and just taking the time to just watch us today. It's an amazing experience just to have your time. But until next time, we bringing you the next entrepreneur, maybe next week. Until next time, goodbye. Peace.